Hello everybody, welcome back to X Factor Day 15. Today we've got two very good teams here together. We have the Dark Vanquishers versus Shinigami. Today I'm actually joined by someone. This is my friend Fluffy. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Looking forward to the matches. I haven't seen much of Dark Vanquishers. I have seen Shinigami play in the Equilibrium tournament, so I think this is going to be quite interesting. Already jumping into the banding.
Yep, we're going to jump into the bans already. There's that Natan ban, which is a bit of an interesting one. There must be some sort of counter pick, I'm pretty sure. Other than that, we do have the Minotaur ban, which makes a lot of sense. That hero is just very strong right now.
Yeah, and we see the Barata as well. Personally, I feel the most broken hero in ML at this moment. Like if you get rolling with a Barata, there's just no stopping you at all. And I don't really feel like he has a lot of counters. Like the usual counters for tank is like your X-Ball that is banned out as well. He doesn't do too bad into them as well.
Yeah,
We see the X-Ball ban as well.
I feel like that matchup specifically is that Barrett's is such a early game hero, right? You snowball over the enemies really fast with this unkillable guy. And Xborg, he is that sort of hero that just like needs a bit of time to get online, you know, in order to get his items effectively. So, you know, when it's that matchup, usually the Barrett just snowballs over him, is what I think.
I will choose my own path.
Yeah, definitely. But I like this first pick coming in a lot. Such a strong hero in my opinion. I think personally best EXP laner, very strong tank as well. And the Luoyi, giving that mobility to the team of Shinigami.
Now I know you've been watching a bit of NACT, Fluffy. How is Arlott? I know he was probably picked up a bunch, this Arlott hero, but is he still being flexed? Is he still going to go into a roamer position, or is he just still probably being XP lane?
No, actually, I think he's actually played more Rome nowadays than he's played in the
Oh, really?
This is how much of a flex pick is. Yeah, like I just think he offers so much for the team. Like,
yeah,
with the EXP, there's, in my opinion, there's no EXP that offers that damage, that CC, and that survivability that he offers the team.
Yeah,
like I don't see another EXP laner that comes close to him, and even with tanks as well. Because he does have that healing on his second skill already in the earlier stages, so he has that survivability. You're not really too stressed with him.
Yeah.
And just a flicker as well. But yeah, this Edith pick is actually something that I've been seeing in the NACT quite a lot. And a lot of teams don't know how to counter it. With that small buff that she did receive right now, where her defense stats have been lifted, so she deals a lot more damage in the earlier game.
Oh, true. You know, when the tanks like got an additional amount of like resilience, right? So that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Having Edith having probably like that damage means quite a lot more when it comes to her skill set. Anyway, we're gonna be having the Basha ban right here. I feel like that is an interesting one. I haven't seen a Basha in like years.
Yeah. The Basha, I'd rather go for the Fred ban personally. The Lunox jungle, that is a surprise.
Oh yeah, that is something we haven't seen in years. They're talking about stuff we haven't seen. Kami Levi gonna pick up that Lunox jungle. I feel like it's definitely not as good as it was. Has had some nerfs in the jungle specifically. I feel like it still can work though. The one thing that really hurts her though is that damage maximum capability on jungle creeps. So that's gonna like hurt her lord taking speed quite a lot.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I think it's another reason she just struggles. Like she does flourish in the mid to late stages of the game.
Yeah.
But I think the CC, that's something more that you want from your jungler as well. But they do have quite a heavy CC comp, especially coming out with the Louis, the Terizla, the Edith. So I think that could make up for it in a way.
Yeah.
But I have a question now for you.
Yeah.
Is it an Arlott Rome or Guitat Rome, or is it a Edith? And the Edith is probably in the Rome position for Shinigami.
Well,
but do you think it's a Guitat Rome as well?
No, yeah, this is a Guitat Rome. Purple Rain is their Roma and Expat is their XP laner. So judging by their usernames, this is definitely an XP Arlott. Coming in for the other guys, no, it's definitely Edith Rome, right? It's Terizla should be going to the XP lane, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I mean, I'm looking at both teams right now. and I'm really liking Dark Vanquishers here. They've got that all-out for that mid engagement. Martis pairs very well with him, giving him many marks that all-out does to help him dash all around the place. So yeah, I feel like early game, it's going to be very, very strong for Dark Vanquishers, and if it goes late, the Clint and Navarro should be able to take over the game.
Yeah, definitely. I think I have to say very strong draft from both teams. The only two picks I'm really not sure about is the Leonox for the side of Shinigami, and I'm not sure about the Gotthard Karja for the side of Dark Vanquishers.
Yeah.
But further than that, I think these drafts are quite strong, and I think we can really have a good game between these two teams.
Yep.
So I think with the diversion from Luoyi, it's probably what's going to keep the side of Shinigami in the game if they can get that right. I do see them having a great chance in this, but if the Luoyi struggles, definitely to the side of Dark Vanquishers for me.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like Luoyi is also going back on that tangent. Like, it's a hero that is a bit of an assassin, right? She's a mage, she works very well in team fights, but she can have that diversion to get to the enemy backlines, especially against a hero like Novaria. It's going to give you that opportunity to kill her in many of these situations. So we're going to look at the bottom here.
Yeah.
A bit of a gank. Oh, with the flicker coming in. It's going to be Sun Eater taking first blood. A beautiful rotation by Shinigami to start us off here.
Yeah, great rotation already coming out there from the Edith and the Luoyi. Just sticking together, piling on that CC, getting that double stun with that Edith and that Luoyi, making sure that Clint literally has no way of escaping that at all.
Yeah, even if that
okay,
Clint
but we might see the counter game.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think this is not an easy one, right? Claude, even though things have been nerfed, you know, that jump, he still is quite maneuverable with that additional movement speed. Not the easiest target. Here we're going to see that Gotthard. He's going to get taken out by Rylan there. A great start for his game as well. Shinigami, they're really testing their limits here with what they can do in this early game. I'm really liking it.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I think if Shinigami can keep on this trend, they can probably snowball this into a great game for them. I really do like this Luoyi pick. I've been seeing it a lot, especially in the NACT as well. What they would do is they would literally go 5-man and just kill the jungler, and then it would automatically be an objective secure. And that is something that he does offer.
Oh, that's going to be the top lane. All-out expat. Going to get taken down by the 3 members from Shinigami once again. That should be a nice and easy turtle for them, I believe, because they pretty much need that all-out to sort of disrupt the team fight. So yeah, I mean, I was talking about how I liked Shinigami's draft, but I'm not really seeing the Martyrs appear in these situations here just yet. We're going to see another knockup coming in from this excuse me, what's the name of this hero? The Edith. But the retribution does go to the Lunox, and Miguel, he's going to have to pay for it.
Yeah, and we're seeing the 4-0. This is something I totally don't expect from these drafts, to be honest with you. But just the side of Shinigami being on top of it with the rotation so far. Not missing a single one. We are seeing that diversion play coming out.
Okay, it's just going to be one person, but it is Sun Eater. He might have enough damage to burst down Emma, but Emma going to sort of expect something to happen there. Going to chill behind that bush, be nice and safe.
Just playing it a bit safe at the moment. I definitely think that is good. Especially in the position you are now, you can't really afford to make any more mistakes. Already having a 2k lead for the side of Shinigami within the first 3 minutes.
I love the patience on Emma Fidel there, right? He waited until the enemies showed into the mid lane. So very, very well played there. As we're going to see the rotations coming once again, it's going to be he's going to have some backup this time there. Miguel looking to sort of start going in here, but the front line that Kung Fu Panda is just giving is ridiculous, right? The kill threat with that flicker first skill combo is just, it's shaken them. They're really scared of it at this point.
Yeah, definitely. It's just, you don't know what to expect. And if you don't know if we're seeing another diversion coming out here. 2-man.
Oh, there it is.
Might go onto this all-out. They do land the penalty zone.
Oh, there it is. And Phantom also just manages to get out barely. We're going to see that lights ultimate coming in from the Lunox. The decimation. Miguel actually gets it this time. So that's going to be the first kill for this Martis and for his team. That might be a start of something.
Yeah, definitely. This Martis does need it at this moment. He needs to try and snowball to get at least a bit of kills. Or because the Martis does fall off in the later stages of the game, You do need him to really start doing something, or is just going to be a problem for you as the hero in the later stages.
As we're gonna see, Edith scouting out the enemies here while his team is taking that turtle, but Martins, he's coming in, does have that mortal coil. Here comes, oh, the Avatar Guardian trying to come down. It will land onto 2 members with the Astral Echo increased hitbox. We're gonna see the penalty zone does do a decent job, but he's in a bit of danger as well. Dev, Miguel, he's gonna actually get taken down by that first kill of that Terizla. Phantom, he's doing an absolute menace right now, staying alive in that situation, but Oasis will finally get that shut down onto that Lunox. It's gonna be a double kill for that Terizla, who's the only one standing pretty much in that team fight.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't know who won that.
I don't know either. I mean, that was a pretty even trade, I guess. But the person who benefited the most there was definitely your boy Phantom, right? He got all the kills, he baited the enemies coming in, and he cleaned up everything else.
This side of Shinigami are going to contest his turtle.
Yeah, we're gonna see that.
Does run in a better lone.
Yeah, I mean, Gatot, he's going to have to take the brunt of the harass here. We're going to see the retribution. No, it's going to go to Kami Levi right there. We're going to see the Avatar Guardian does miss out on the top at the beginning of this fight. We're going to see the knockup from Edith as well with the penalty zone. Oh, but a big final slash comes in as well. Knockups coming in all left, right, and center from Miguel, though. The decimation, it comes out, but he's not going to be able to make it out. Kami Levi is going to get that kill. Kung Fu Panda, oh, just barely making it out with that conceal play. And here comes Sunny to finish off the kill onto the R-Lot. Wow, Shinigami now, they came in with a response, and they are making the plays.
Oh, lot there. I just think, unfortunately, those ganks in the early game getting to just doesn't have the damage at the moment that he would have had if he didn't die those 2 early deaths.
True. Yeah, he's actually 0-4 right now. Allah is not having a good time. He's going to opt for that tank build. I guess that makes sense when you're playing from behind, right? Because you need to be able to hold that front line, allow your backline damage dealers to do their damage. The only concern I have about that is that the backline damage dealers right now, they don't come online until later in the game. So they're going to have a really rough time in this mid-game waiting for their Novaria and their Clint to sort of get their items.
I think the Clint can deal some kind of damage still, but the Novaria, you can't really count on her until the 12-minute mark. Just giving you that vision is the most important thing that she does offer you in these earlier stages.
As you're going to see, Phantom going to clear up his top lane here, but at the bottom lane, Sunita did use the diversion to sort of attempt a kill onto Emma Fidel there, but didn't come into fruition pretty much. Ooh, Oasis getting scouted out by Kung Fu Panda there. Could be a really good kill because Oasis is 2-0-0 right now. I mean 2-0-1, excuse me. But that's a pretty valuable kill to get.
Game.
All right. As we're going into the turtle fight now. Oh, here it is. Oh, the Dark Side Ultimate coming in from Kami Levi, pumping in that damage. Unfortunately, Ricky spawns there and baits him into auto-casting him a little. All right. This should be a nice, easy turtle for the side of Shinigami. You there, Fluffy?
Sorry, I was running out there for a bit.
Okay.
Nonetheless, diversion play.
Yeah, diversion play comes in. Emma Fidel is in quite a lot of danger at this point. We're going to see Sunny to take the kill. Wow, another beautiful set of skills coming in by Shinigami here. They should be able to maybe get this tower, or the Claude is a bit low. Maybe they won't be able to. But, I mean, we got 4 members coming in from Dark Vanquishers here. They might be able to contest something.
I don't know if they do expect this at the moment. If they're maybe a bit too aggressive, they can fall.
Yeah, for sure. Now, they'll back off for now. But there we go. Mid tower taken by Shinigami here. Pretty good space made. No towers lost by them as well. So they're definitely ahead of this game right now. They're about 5,000 ahead in gold. Well, just under 5,000. So, I mean, what do you think about their late game? I mean, I know we've talked a lot about Dark Vanquishers late game with the Claude. I mean, not the Claude, the Clint and the Novaria. But what about the late game coming in from Shinigami here?
They late game, to be honest with you. I just feel that Claude offers so much in the later stages. He's really going to help mouth that got with Kaja, he's going to be able to jump onto the Novaria with that BMI. Not making it too difficult for him. The Lunar's still going to do massive amount of damage the later it goes.
Oh, there it is, the flicker combo with the Edith once again. Gonna get them another kill. Wow, Kung Fu Panda really showing what he can do with this tech. As now they're going to be able to advance, take that tower without contestation. As Purple Rain also will get scouted, but look at this Claude. He's got all his items. He's going to blow up Gatot with no chance whatsoever to live through that.
And that's not a Shinigami so far here. And this Lord should be quite easily and taken quite far.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this item choice by Purple Rain here. We've got anti-heal, but I don't know if that's the right kind. That is the Necklace of Durance. I would have liked to see the Dominance Ice preferably, I guess.
See there. And the cursed helmet is also quite a big surprise for me.
Yeah, it's
not something that I'd really.
It's quite a greedy item, right? It's like a sort of betting on the fact that you can stay near someone and do that damage and get those kills. But like, he's not staying alive this game. He's a bit too far behind, so it is what it is.
Yeah, I just don't think that item is worth bowling anymore.
But here we go.
Some of these tank junglers aren't even bowling it at all. Okay, but Lord is marching down at the top side turret here.
Yep, it's gonna crash down. No, not crash, excuse me. It is not in that involved Lord, so I'm gonna be doing anything substantial here as Gatoti's gonna try and deal with it. But here we go. Shinigami, they're gonna opt to maybe try and hurt this tower a little bit. No, all the minions have been cleared.
Turrets, just having the inhibitor turrets left. Still definitely a win for the side of Shinigami. Just pressing that lead, making it harder so that they can't really come out of the base.
Now, looking at the items real quick, you know, this Luyi is stacked with that pretty much that combo there. So pretty much taking anyone out with no magic resistance. As for the top of the net worth, it's going to be that Claude with about 3,000 more gold than his counterpart. So he's got that Wind of Nature finish as well. So he is just going to be absolutely shredding on this Claude right now.
Didn't get your opinion. What's your opinion about the side of Shinigami's late game?
Yeah, I mean, like, Claude is that sort of hero, right? I feel like he's not an ultra late game hero. Like he's not the star of the like 30+ minute mark, right? but once he gets his full build, you know, he's like probably one of the best when it comes to that, right? He got all the items to keep himself alive and being able to like make use of that blazing duet in those late game team fights, because like everyone has high HP and that Demon Hunter sword is really just gonna take them down. So I feel like if the game goes to about 30 minutes, which I said, then I feel like Dark Vanquishers, they'll have the advantage, right? Because it's going to be Oasis giving the vision, and the Clint is going to be able to do those big crits. But the current late game, Rylan, he's going to be shooting on this Claude.
But I think you're forgetting about the Edith as well, with the massive amount of damage she can pump out too.
Oh yeah, I mean, I can't forget about that hero for sure. It's Kung Fu Panda, he's looking for something. Talking about the Edith, but I'll back off for now. But yeah, I mean, Edith, dude, this hero is quite scary in late game for sure.
You do forget that she's, I think, is a marksman as well. With that massive amount of damage. I'm going to be honest, I'm pretty sure she can one-shot the Clint at this stage.
Yeah, I feel like that's definitely possible. Yeah, I just don't feel the impact coming in from Purple Rain here. I feel like the biggest mistake from the draft was probably this Gatot, right? It's sure, it's a good pick against the Claude, but you know, when you got a hero like a Lunox here just shredding down your HP, it's really hard to play this game. Sorry, what? You're cutting out there, Fluff.
Saying, no, we did see Purple Rain with a small engage there onto the Claude.
Yeah.
Not really something, not a lot happening. Probably the next team fight we are going to see when the Lord does crash into this topside inhibitor.
Yeah, that's definitely going to crash. Yeah, I don't feel like Dark Vanquishers have enough to stop that thing from going in. Miguel, he's going to get scouted out here. Here we go. Shinigami, they're going to opt to maybe go in here. as the set, it comes out from the Edith, unfortunately misses, but there's the Astro Echo. Oh, there it is. The penalties are on to 3. The Avatar of Guardian only adding on to 1 in the backlines. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Oh, but so far, I feel like Gatot's doing a decent job right now of holding that front line. Yes, he is. He's going to get the shutdown onto the Claude. He's going to be punching the ground. He's going to get that double kill, and it's going to be the big shutdowns that Dark Vanquishers needed to come into the game. But unfortunately, they did lose 2 towers in the process.
I think a bit of a miscommunication coming out from the side of Shinigami.
Yeah.
Not knowing to go, because the base is half HP, not knowing to go either for the base or for the enemies, and I think it was more of a split decision.
Oh, Clint, doing quite a lot of damage to Kung Fu Panda there, because correct me if I'm wrong, but she converts the physical and magic defense into attack power, or into magic power, right? So she ends up losing that when she's in that old form.
The thing is, before you try and use the alt form, you should try and get that full passive on, because you do get that insane amount of lifesteal as well.
Yeah.
If you are too low beforehand and you don't get to that passive mark, the Clint will have quite a good time against you.
Yeah, for sure.
You're right, you do lose a lot of those defenses as soon as you do pop the ultimate.
Yeah, so she needs to be a little bit careful with that late game Primal Wrath at this point. Also going to see Purple Rain maybe looking to go in here. Kami Levi going to have to pop that light side ulti there to maybe get out of that one. The Astral Recall is kind of close as well. Final Slash onto Kung Fu Panda, but not going to be able to do too much. I feel like both teams, they really want to try and take this Lord because they know it can change the game. But unfortunately for Dark Vanquishers, the position coming in from Shinigami seems to be a bit too strong.
That lead from the earlier stages. Good team fight from in the previous stage. I definitely think if they can hold this Lord off, survive it, they definitely have a very strong chance of making a comeback.
Yeah, I feel like the comeback potential is there. You know, when everyone's gathering up into the base there, that gives the Avatar of Guardian a bigger chance of landing, I feel. So if he can land a really big one and he can just clean up the fight with that vengeance, then they definitely have a good chance here. Obviously, Navaria not too great at defending high ground, but still gonna be able to provide that additional hitboxes for things like the Arlot to land those final slashes and Mamatas to get those decimations.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, we're definitely seeing a full engage coming out from the side of Shinigami. 3-man penalty zone.
Oh, but that's going to be a 3-man Avatar of Guardian. Can the Gatot do it once again? He's going to attempt it. Rylan, unfortunately, popped the Blazing Duet, so not going to be able to hit the tower while he's doing that. But he's hitting the tower nonetheless. It's going to be Rylan finishing up the game for Shinigami in this first game. It's going to be them taking it 1-0.
Victory!
Yeah, Rylan just with the map awareness to take down the tower with the Lord hitting the base. Yeah, great game coming out there from Shinigami, taking the first.
Yep.
Are we having a best of 3?
Yeah. It's a best of 3. It's a best of 3. So yeah, that was game 1. I feel like the Martis was definitely the weakest link of Dark Vanquishers there. You know, Martis is that hero that you need to be able to do those early game plays and get those early decimations to really snowball your game and run over it like that. But without that, he is sort of just that meat shield trying to absorb the damage with that 50% reduction with the Mortal Coil. So yeah, he just really did not have a great game that game. Hopefully we'll see something better from him in the next game. Yeah, I mean...
I have to say as well...
Yeah, Karen.
Sorry? No, I have to say in the Martis' defense, it is kind of hard going in with the Martis if you're going in without a tank, like without CC being provided to you as well from your team.
Yeah.
Because he was the main source of it. So it does make it hard getting those retreats and going into those fights without the enemies being stunned or anything at all. So I think maybe it was more of a bit of a draft problem. I don't think the Martis was the best option if you wanted to go with the Gato Kata. I think if they can sort out that draft problem and draft more towards a more team draft, I think it can go a lot better for them in the second series.
One thing I really liked about Shinigami that game was the those plays early on, right? Those were absolutely beautiful and monumental for them to be able to, you know, snowball their game into that advantage. You know, like those flicker plays from the Edith, and a hero like Luo Yi really pairs well with that, right? Because that level 2 damage is pretty insane. So that was definitely a contribution in their victory, was being able to shut down that Martyrs early by getting their advantage faster.
Yes, definitely. I can totally agree with you with that. But here's the question. Now, so you're banning this time, right? What are you banning on the side of Shinigami?
Well,
What are you banning on? I can't remember the other team's name. I'm very sorry.
Dark Vanquishers.
Dark Vanquishers. What are you banning for Dark Vanquishers? What would you say were the problems, in your opinion?
The Edith was definitely a problem, but I feel like it's not ban worthy. The reason I say that is because now you sort of know her game plan. You know that she's going to be looking for those early kills with a flicker play, with that knock-up. So I feel like you can just play around that and not have to ban it out. I feel like that would be a good idea. As for the rest of them, the Lunox jungle, I don't think that's worth banning out either. So if you're asking me what I think is necessary to ban, would probably... It's hard to say. I feel like Terizla might be the ban you're looking forward to if I'm thinking about it too much. It's because that Arlot just did not have a good time against it, and losing the XP lane like that just really hurts.
Yeah, definitely. But and the Luo Yi, wouldn't you say it's a ban with you in your opinion?
Yeah, I feel like it was definitely worth banning, especially if you don't have an assassin jungler, right? You need that assassin jungler to get on top of her and stop her from doing those big plays with like those like long range, well, like medium range big bursts of damage, right? You need someone to get up close. But if I don't see many people in Nigeria playing the assassins. They usually play for the fighter junglers, is the most popular ones, like the Martis and the X-Borg and stuff. So, you know, maybe you're right. Maybe it does need to be taken out in order to minimize damage.
Yeah, I think definitely a ban worthy hero in my opinion. But yeah, I think the problem more lied with the side of Dark Vanquishers. I think the problem was a bit more with their draft, to be honest with you. I think if they would have had a better game if the draft complemented each other a bit more.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll take back what I said about the draft. No, I won't take it back. I still like their draft coming in. It's just that it needed to not have that terrible early game, right? They had that abysmal early game, and it did not allow them to sort of make their draft into what it wanted to be.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to the second game going to happen here. Both sides just reading up and waiting in game.
Yep, cool. So yeah, we'll have to see on the predictions here. So you think it's going to be that Luo Yi ban? You're pretty sure?
I think so. I could be wrong. Obviously, you still have that. You want to get rid of the Barrage first, in my opinion.
Yes.
So I wouldn't want to face it, even though I know the Lunox jungle is an option for the other team. Getting rid of the X-Borg, it is a strong pick, but I just don't know the Luo Yi ban, by the way, as I call it. All I'm saying. Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know if the X-Borg is as strong as people think. What's your opinion? Do you definitely think it's a ban-worthy hero?
Yeah, I think it is. I think in smaller tournaments like this, I do feel like it is that sort of a hero that you do need to take out, just because it reaches its timing quite nicely in these sorts of games, right? It's just difficult to play into. You get your big timing with like 2 or 3 items, and it's just hard to play against because people don't exactly know that they need to get on top of that guy and burst him down. You know, they see this guy with immortality and 2 HP bars, and they're terrified. But I feel like in order to effectively counter him, you just need to shut him down really hard.
Yeah, if you basically just pop that Faraga armor, you're not too worried about the heroes itself.
Yeah. As we're going to see, oh, Angela first pick. So we're not picking up the Barretts here coming in from Shinigami here. So I might be expecting to see Miguel picking that one up. Although Miguel, he likes those assassin and fighters. But he's going to lock it in. All right, here we go. We got a Barrett's game on our hands.
This is going to be off meta, but I'm calling it Leomore jungle with the Angela.
You know, I would agree with you. I would agree with you, but I feel like Leomord, he's not going to do a very good job into the Ala and the Barats. You know, that's just like, it's a bit too much for him to get through. But one thing I do like is the Yuzhong Angela now. Now we're talking.
Yeah, the Yuzhong Angela definitely. Well, this is going to be Angela mid as well, because we do see the Tigreal being picked up.
Oh, yeah, true. And we know that Sunny is their mid laner, so you're going to see that Angela mid, just as you said. Ooh, but that's going to be a Vexana pick. I'm very concerned about this Angela's lane into a very meta mage like Vexana here. You know, she's going to be able to clear that lane way faster and has kill threat on her in the middle lane. So it's just, yeah, it's a bit greedy, this Angela pick, but maybe they can sort of change the draft around to make it work.
Yeah. You know, actually, the hero I would definitely recommend. Maybe a bit surprising, but I think beside of Shinigami, maybe the Roger Gold lane would work here. I don't know if you've really seen it.
No. We've definitely seen a lot of Roger Gold lane in the Nigerian tournament. So yeah, we are in X Factor. We can definitely see Rylan picking it up. He has picked it up a few times before. So yeah, I really like that pick. I can agree with that.
Yeah, I just think it plays so well into the Barats, especially with that human form of doing HP based damage onto the Barats from the Roger, and being able with that Angela going to give you that sustain to stay in the fights quite long as well.
Oh, I like this pick.
Seeing
I like this Akai pick, right? That is another one of the Tigreal counters. You know, when he goes in with that implosion, he's going to be able to heavy spin that out and keep his team safe. As we're going to see an interesting one coming in from Kami Levi. It's going to be that Ling with that gold lane Harith, I'm pretty sure as well. So, oh, no, there it is.
Oh, wait. I'm on fire today, calling out the Loy U ban, getting the Roger in the gold.
Yeah.
I really like this Ling pickup, to be honest with you. Especially with the recent buffs that he got on him. He doesn't need to put that attack speed on him, and it makes such a difference. He's a completely different hero now, in my opinion. And especially with, and his energy consumption as well, with the blue buff, not giving as much, but the heroes that are so dependent on it, just getting a bit more without it. That's a very strong hero.
As we're going to finish off the draft here with the carry. Yeah, the Purify makes a lot of sense as well. Into Roger, I feel like Carrie has a pretty decent chance at just, laning, especially if she goes for that tank build. I don't know if we've been seeing tank build at all, even in NACT for Carrie.
Not really. The tank build is I think it's a bit out of meta at the moment. Not as strong as it always was. I think it's still viable, but I just think the Roger stretch in the earlier stages, especially with that wolf form.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be honest with you, I'm really liking Shinigami's draft right now.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that. Just other than one thing would definitely be that Angela mid. It's a bit iffy, but definitely if they get ahead, it's over, I think, completely. If Angela gets that early fleeting time, it's just over. I feel like Ling combo with the Yuzhong, it's going to be too much for Dark Vanquishers to have. But if it gets past that point, the Tigreal, he's going to be non-existent because of that Akai, right? So the late game is definitely in favor of Dark Vanquishers here by far, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, no, definitely. I don't know. You're saying late game's going to Dark Vanquishers with the carry and the... Or do you...
Yeah. I think late game is definitely going to go towards the Vanquishers here. Not because of the obviously Barats is that big early game timing hero, but just because their team just looks better than theirs with everyone having full items, in my opinion.
I'm going to be honest, I don't know. I'm suspecting a damage a lot coming out from the side of Dark Vanquishers as well, especially since he did pick up that Purify.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna see that heartstrings coming out. So the petrified. Ooh, I mean they're still doing these early game plays here. We're gonna see the flicker with the Tigreal coming in. Is it gonna be a kill? It's so damn close. I feel like Phantom, he should be able to try and go in here. But Expat, he needs to be very careful with how he approaches this.
Yeah.
It was
But we asked him, yeah, in the bottom lane. It is 3 of them there, but not really. It's hard to catch a Roger, especially with that purified. It's not the easiest hero. With that speed up as well. Oh, Tigreal. Oh, I think the
yeah, I mean
Purple Rain.
yeah, I mean Kung Fu Panda, he is on fire with those pushbacks with that second skill with the Tigreal there. He almost got the kill on top lane, but managed to get one in the bottom here, punishing that Akai for being out of position there. Yeah, I mean keep it up. Really.
Yeah, Kung Fu Panda showing he's the best panda.
Yeah, he's the better panda, not this knockoff stuff. As we're gonna see Purple Rain. I mean, Kung Fu Panda needs to be a little bit careful there. Yeah, he's not immortal.
Yeah, definitely not. Oh, but Barats without stacks.
I feel like new Barretts can get their stacks up fast enough, right? That's sort of what it is, right?
Yeah. Especially with Ling taking the blue buff, because the problem with Ling is you don't want to stay in the fight. You want to go in, get the kill quickly, pick up the turtle, and get out again, and go back to farming, right?
Yep, here we go. We're going to see the Black Dragon form coming out with the Angel ultimate on top of it. With the implosion play, it might be big enough to finish them off before the fight even starts. Phantom, he's going to get the first kill here. But Miguel will be able to get the turtle away on top of that as well. Detner's Welcome going to be out onto the 2 of them pretty much. As the Black Dragon, he's going to fall down. Sun Eater needs to start running.
Yeah, and Shinigami losing that fight and losing the turtle as well. The Barats getting the retreat.
Yeah, that was beautifully played by the Vanquishers right there. That is that classic, you know, Barat's early game. It's so hard to approach this hero without getting punished. And he does so much damage as well, despite being so tanky. So it's just not easy to play in the early stages of the game.
Yeah, definitely. And he's actually going for that early War Axe as well. As you can, if you look at the item path. So you're going to deal a lot more damage. Maybe sacrificing a bit of the tankiness, but especially if you get a start like this on the Barats, do you think it's worth it? Because obviously you just want to snowball with this hero as well, because the better your team snowballs, the better you are going to do in the later stages as the game goes on. Probably going to see a gank here on Rylan from the side of Vanquishers.
Yeah,
It is a 3-man rotation.
Yeah, Rylan, he's being very patient here. I feel like, yeah, Tigreal knows that they're there, so that good communication by the side of Shinigami right there. Oh, actually hits the first skill as well, scouting out Purple Rain right there. It's a bit of a stare off right now.
Yeah, not really wanting to overcommit in the early stages from both teams' side here. Into this laning phase, I know you play a lot of Arlot as well. Do you think the Yuzong benefits or does better, or do you think Arlot dominates still for Yuzong?
It depends who has the early advantage, right? If it's stale like this, I feel like the Yuzong has a better time. Just because he can commit into the fights a bit better than the Arlot can, because Arlot's damage is a bit limited to what he can do, but the Yuzong is kind of like unlimited damage, right? As long as he's basic attacking you, his passive is going to keep flowing. But anyway,
It's on the way.
yeah. Both the XP laners are like, yep, we're done with the lane now. We're gonna go help with this turtle. We're gonna see that Hawkeye coming out with the Ling here. Who's gonna get the retribution this time? It's gonna be the Barat once again. Miguel picking it up for himself here. Roger, he's gonna get controlled up a little bit here, but a huge final slash coming in from the Arlot. Gonna be able to pick up Kami Levi. Miguel also will finish off the rest of the team. Shinigami are getting completely blasted right now in terms of these team fights. They need to be really way more careful of how they approach it.
Coming out from the Barat and securing the objective. Yeah, and they probably should get the stop turret as well. Not much Rylan can do at this stage.
No. He's gonna get chased out out there as this big bad beast of Miguel. Wherever he goes, he's gonna take an objective pretty much. They're looking for the mid right now. They're going to see the final slash off the mark. Here we go. The Tempest of Blades is going to be able to get that kill onto X-Pad. Here we go. Hawkard as well. The Barretts is there, though. Not going to be able to get past that wall.
I have a feeling it's going to be a bit of a tough subject.
Yeah, you're the only one living in America here, bro. We don't think about that sort of stuff. Damn kid.
But yeah, to at least get all out there in that quick engagement as well.
Yeah, I'm kidding about the America thing. Sorry.
No, don't worry, don't stress.
Okay. But anyway, we're gonna see that the Roger is going for that endless battle here. It's a bit of an interesting build for the Roger, right? Usually you see them going for a bit more of a hybrid sort of damage build. You don't see them committing fully for some damage items. I mean, not really damage items he's going for. It's a bit more utility, right? With the Windtalker and the endless battle coming up. But I feel like that's not the optimal build, or am I wrong?
Being done for the Roger.
Oh, what? That was an interesting ult by Kung Fu Panda here. We're going to see that big knockup coming in by Phantom as well with the heavy spin. He's going to get controlled up, though. Is he going to be able to make it out? Yes, he will. We're going to see the final slash with the Petrified mid-air. Going to try and take down Kung Fu Panda here initially. Yes, they will. The Black Dragon form still fighting his life out right now. But Kami Levi coming in with the Tempest of Blades and the Angela ult. Might be able to clean up this team fight once and for all here. Miguel, he's actually going to get taken down. Sun Eater going to get that kill. And now they should be able to start running here. Maybe he could go for more, but they're going to keep it safe.
Without that blue buff, I bet he would probably re-engage there.
Oh yeah. If he had the blue buff, he probably would have re-engaged. Right? That's probably what it is there. As we see the turtle.
So what happened in that fight? I think Vanquishers won it.
Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah, I feel that definitely won that, you know, even if there was a even trade, they still shut down the Barretts. Oh, we're going to see the heavy spin coming in onto Kami Levi. Ooh, but that's no heavy spin to work with that turtle. The Hawk Guard, it's also available at this point. Oh, they're going to pop it a bit early. Don't know how I feel about that.
Miscommunication. He should have made sure that the link did want to go in.
Oh, no.
Because the Lord is... Oh.
They converted it. No. They converted it into a kill in that mid lane. So actually the Hawk Guard wasn't that bad at all. You know, that sort of was. Okay, Miguel, he's surrounded by 4 now. He's actually probably going to be in a lot of danger right now. Implosion on top of it. That Black Dragon form with that percentage HP damage. Yeah, there's no living there. I feel like Vanquishers, they're starting to throw a little bit. They need to be a little bit more careful.
They're not expecting the tankiness, because Angela did get that flask of their aces, which is probably, in my opinion, the worst item in this entire game.
What?
Because you are
Wait, okay, I'll ask you about that later. Okay, well, I'll ask you about it now. Oh, why is it the worst item?
You are 100% sure this guy is there right in front of you, and then that flask of their aces pops, and you just have to start all over.
Oh, you're saying it's the worst item, as if it's annoying to play against. Oh, I see what you mean. I thought you were calling the item bad. I was like, what are you talking about?
No. No, in my opinion, it's the worst item in the game. Like, I hate it when it is in the enemy side, and I obviously love it when it is my side. But obviously, it's more on the enemy side, in my opinion.
Yeah.
No, it just offers so much for your entire team.
It's basically you buy Rose Gold Meteor for your entire team. That's literally it. It's insane. I agree. But yeah, so far we're gonna see Shinigami completely turning the tides of battle right now. They're sort of really in the head. I feel like, even though they're sort of equal in terms of money and scoreboard, they've got the tempo back. You know, it's a time for this Ling to start shining with that Hard Guard.
The gold lead is at least on the 2 players that you want it to be on. It's on your Ling, it's on your Roger. Catching up to the Barretts. Carry a bit still far ahead, but you can definitely catch up to it. It's not really doing that much at this, I feel, in the team fight.
Oh, is that a pause? Oh, okay. We got a thumbs up there. So I'm not taking any chances when it comes to these thumbs up. I don't want to be shouted at. Okay. But yeah, it is a sort of game where it's like the Barrett's he's come to his apex now, and that time has passed. So it's definitely a losing battle now on the side of Dark Vanquishers. They need to find another way to maybe get the game up and rolling like that. Like it's gonna probably be up to the All-Out, right? The All-Out needs to get that good final slash, and then they can work on it from there.
I think with the Barrett as well, like obviously if you do catch the Ling with the Daytona's Welcome with the ult of the Barrett, you to turn the fight around, or if you even do catch a Roger as well, like that should be your main objective with him in the stages of the game. If you're going to be shredded before that, you are becoming a bit more of a target. Then it helps your team. All are definitely going to be pumping out that damage, and you do have that CC coming out from the Vexana. But the capability that Dark Vanquishers has with the CC, because they do have that Akai to pin you down, they have the Barrett to stun you into the wall and deal massive amounts of damage, and the Arlot as well, which is just a CC monster.
Yeah.
Opinion. So they all do play well into each other, and the thing with the All-Out is everyone in his team except the carry is basically going to give him unlimited dashes.
Yeah. But I still hold my word on this. I feel like Dark Vanquishers in a big late game situation, I feel like they're gonna be better off, especially with that Vexana. You know, Vexana is actually a big menace in the late game, right? Those sets that she can bring are pretty intense, and yeah, anyway, we're going to go holding into this next part of the game here. Pause is finished. Hopefully anyone who was disconnected is back.
I'm going to disagree with you a bit on that. I think that Angela and maybe Ling and Roger combo in the later stages.
Yeah.
Especially with that survivability.
Yeah, no, I can see where you're coming from. I can see where you're coming from. Like, it's definitely the Angela Ling combo is a big threat, like, for the rest of the game now, right? It's online, and it's going to be a big threat that they need to be concerned about.
Time split pushing, getting the towers out, basically equal with all the towers now as well.
Hawkard potentially going out here by this Ling. He's looking for a hero. He's maybe going to find that Vexana. The Terrify, it misses with the Eternal Guardian as well. Although the heavy spin is out with the Tempest of Blades. Maybe going to keep him okay, but he's going to leave his Angela behind. She does have the flicker to get away though. In the meantime, the middle tower has been taken out, so it is a bit of a bait that they did. Very well played. Rylan, he wants to go in as well with the conceal, but he's not going to be able to find an angle.
Too low health to maybe try and make a play there.
Yeah. Ooh, pushback. Big Real. You're maybe going to get down this other Kung Fu Panda, which is going to be that Akai. He's going to get blown up.
At least.
Now it's going to be that Lord.
Before the Lord pops up.
Yeah. It's that Lord time now. They're missing their Roma. So, not going to be too easy to contest this one, if at all, really.
So they can split pushing with the Archer just do that in an instant as well.
Oh yeah, that's something I like about Angela as well. You know, sure, she doesn't push lanes very fast, but you can get things done on the other side of the map if you're playing a core position, right? You can split push that map, and you're not concerned at all about not joining the team fight, because you can join there at any time. That's also what I quite like about Chip, man. I really want to see more of that hero.
In the NACT finals, and he was an absolute monster for the side of BTK. They picked him up twice, and the game that they picked him up was a complete stomp from them.
Oh damn! I guess I need to watch those games, because I want to see more of that Chip hero for sure. We're going to see Rylan. He's going to go looking towards Purple Rain. He's going to be able to scout him out. That Lord is going to be on the bottom lane. Oh, the Arlot though managed to catch the Yuzhong. Is he going to be able to make it out of this? Oh, but it gets saved by Kung Fu Panda. He did it in the Black Dragon form though, but he was starting to get controlled up a bit.
Playbar not use that Black Dragon yet. Lord does get bursted down actually quite quickly as well.
Oh, look at this Ling, man. He's He's just going all over the place. But he's going to get that tower nice and easy. But the Lord has been taken down though. So it's still a bit of a stalemate, but the Vanquishers, they're on the back foot. They need to think of something to do here. It's not easy.
They need at least 1 or 2 great plays to get that confidence right back as well. Because obviously after having that early game lead and losing it like this, you are a bit...
Oh, here we go. Ling. Oh, okay. He's just getting the shot. Yeah, I mean, he's just been doing this the whole game, man. He's just been looking for those angles. If he can't find one, well, there's an objective there as well. So coming Levi, he's definitely comfortable on this hero that we can see.
It's quite smoothly as well, getting the escape out.
And yeah, he's had access to his blue buff pretty much the whole game, so he's just chilling.
Side, Vanquishers should have focused up a bit more in the early game. Maybe trying to take that blue buff away from him when they had that lead.
Yeah,
But
I feel like that was...
talking about it now.
No, I completely agree with you, right? Like, they needed to think of shutting down the Ling, and I feel like they didn't do that at all. You know, I hear like Barrett, he's the perfect candidate for like raiding those objectives. And yeah, they sort of just lost their opportunity. Oh, as Ling split push God right now, he's going to be able to get this tower most likely. Kung Fu Panda, the other one, not the one I'm thinking of, is going to be able to come in and get that heavy spin. But the Hawk God is out. Look at the damage coming in from the Ling. But then, oh, gets the kill even through that. Gets petrified up, dodging. All the spells getting thrown at him. Got a little bit of recall action on top of it, just to rub the salt in the wounds. Oh, man.
See that the Link had right there. Even with the Petrify being knocked off the wall.
He's still fine, man. He's still fine.
But the Retry isn't up.
Oh yeah, he does not have Reshi. Oh, but no, this Barrett's not being allowed into the pit whatsoever because he's gonna get pushed back by that Tigreal here. We're gonna see the Arlot gonna be doing a decent amount of damage, but no, this Ling is already popping off right now. We're gonna see that big damage coming in. It's gonna be a triple kill for him right there. It's just the Barrett standing right now, other than the Vexana, who's nowhere to be seen, just clearing up that mid lane right now. As Miguel, he's gonna fall. Fluffy, I think this is the end of the game.
I don't think you're right there.
Oh man.
A few times in life, I've seen the Vexana Savage coming out right here, guys. Once in a lifetime experience. I can see her turning around in base, getting ready for it.
Oh, I mean, maybe he gets killed to Roger. He's getting a little bit fruity there on that. But okay, we're going to start hitting the base here. Akai, he's going to try his absolute best to knock them out of that tower range. But I think it's too late. It's going to be the end by Shinigami there. Vanquishers, they're out. They get taken down 2-0.
Victory!
Wow. Yeah, I mean, just Vexana just really struggled that game, surprisingly. I feel like I'm surprised to see it, really.
I feel the Vexana does struggle a bit playing into the lane as well.
Yeah.
Especially since you aren't very mobile. While we are seeing the Winter Truncheon getting picked up quite early from her.
Yeah. And that's a surprise, you know, as well. Like, you know, that's what Barrett's offers you, is that early game. But just the team just couldn't keep up with it. You know, the Barrett's had a great early game, was getting those objectives. But, you know, you need a team that sort of benefits a lot from it. And that's not what was really happening in that game.
But good game from Shinigami. Surprising us all with the link pick there at the end and getting the win with it as well. Just proving how valuable that hero can be as in the Spirit Maker.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's about it, guys. That's going to be X Factor Day 15. I believe the grand finals should be this weekend. I'll have to double check on that with the organizers here. But that will be it from me. Anything else you'd like to say, Fluffy, before we head out?
Coming out from both sides.
Okay, well, I heard the last part of what you said there, but yeah. But anyway, yeah, that'll be it, I think. yeah, well, I'll see you guys this weekend for possibly the grand final. Yeah, check it out.